Coming to you from KPO Studio of Atlanta, Georgia. I'm your host, Darrell Pastor G. Gitron. Get ready for another experience, another episode of Another Brother's Story. Man, this is the long-awaited interview. We've been trying to get you to share your story for a while now. And you have an awesome story. It's a blessing to even have you not only here, but still alive after, and in your right mind, and in a godly mind after a lot of things that you've been through. Right. What I would like for you to do first, introduce yourself to the world. How does Donta introduce himself?
Donta.
Who's Donta?
Donta, the changed man.
Okay.
The new creature.
Okay. Harris. Okay. All right. And how old are you, man?
Right now I'm 48.
You're 48?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Where are you from?
Originally from New York.
What part?
Upstate New York, Schenectady.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What part?
Schenectady.
Schenectady. I'm from New York and I ain't never heard of that. Schenectady.
Schenectady.
Okay, that word.
It's about 10-15 minutes from Albany.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you've been in Georgia how long?
Since 2003.
2003? That's when I moved to Georgia.
12 years.
Wow. What brought you here?
Whew. Life. Drug addiction.
Okay.
Everything but God.
Okay.
If that makes any sense.
Well, give me a picture of your coming to Georgia.
Well, right before I got here, I was in Syracuse.
Okay.
I left Schenectady in 97, ended up in Syracuse by way of drug addiction. Mm-hmm. Trying to get myself together again after numerous attempts. Mm-hmm. I tried just leaving my hometown and doing something totally different than I did before. So I went to Syracuse by way of Salvation Army.
Wow.
Never been to Syracuse before in my life, heard about it. But mainly I called Salvation Army looking for a bed. One became available, and that's where it was at.
Okay.
So that's how I ended up in Syracuse.
Okay. You said drug addiction. When did your drug addiction begin? When were you introduced to
My drug addiction began, I would say, when I was about 16, 17 years old.
Wow.
And it started with alcohol, and then it just escalated from there.
Alcohol, then
alcohol,
what?
Weed, back then, speed, acid.
Acid.
That's like the hallucinogen drugs.
Right.
Taking pills.
Right.
And some of it would be on pieces of paper, and you would put it on your forehead, or you keep it up under your tongue, stuff like that. And weed. Did I say weed already? And eventually cocaine.
Who introduced you? You're 16 years old. How did you get introduced to?
Well, back in them days, the grown folks, my mom and her friends and all, they would have their little get-togethers at the house, play spades or just hang out, party. There'd be alcohol in the fridge. Little roaches, little weed roaches in the ashtray.
Roaches.
And the kids of the adults that were there, we would hang out and do our thing. And when everything was over, we'd either go in the fridge and sneak a bottle or something, or beer, and we'd go off to a room or something and drink it. Stuff like that.
Wow. Imitating.
Yeah.
Yeah. And bold, too.
Oh, yeah.
They never miss nothing?
Nah, they get to the point where they so drunk, they don't remember what they did.
Right. Wow.
Yeah.
So this happened, it started at 16 and 17 years old.
16, 17 years old.
You never had no bad side effects, the next morning hangover kind of thing?
We didn't drink enough for that to happen,
okay,
more or less.
Right.
We would just fall out, go to sleep, and wake up, talk about it or whatever.
Right. Okay. And so this went on from, you said alcohol, and then you wanted something more.
Yeah. Being a teenager, wanting to be accepted,
right,
hanging out with everybody else, that's what they did.
Right.
They drank. So that's when I really got introduced to drinking, because we would drink like the MD 2020, Wild Irish Rose, you know, them kind of things. You know, like they would call the bums what they would drink.
Right.
You know, little cheap bottles of wine.
Right.
That kind of stuff.
Okay.
Then we'd move on to drinking 40 ounces, Old English, Colt 45,
Right.
you know.
Who was buying it? Where you was getting it from?
We was actually robbing trucks.
Liquor trucks?
Alcohol trucks, you know, the big old beer trucks.
Right.
They would come through the hood. There'd be this little corner store they would go to, and we just wait for them to go in the store. We just lift the doors up, take what we wanted, roll out, go behind a school or old church or something, just get drunk for the day.
Are you serious?
That's
16, 17 years old. Wow. So y'all go steal?
Around I was like 17, 18 around that time. I was about 18, yeah.
Okay, so shouldn't you have been in school?
We were skipping school.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I failed 9th grade because I didn't go.
Okay. Yeah, I heard somebody that just happened with somebody in 9th grade that I know. He didn't even go to class or anything.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So did you complete high school?
No. I ended up going to jail around that time for stealing again, because back then, you know, I was just a big thief.
Right.
Me and my friend,
Okay.
my partner, my boy.
Okay.
We was just robbing and stealing anything we can get our hands on, more or less.
Okay.
And
What's the biggest thing you stole?
the biggest, a car.
You stole a car?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah. And so, what got you arrested in jail?
We had went to another small town by my town selling weed. We had got pulled over for something or in search, and he found the weed on me. I got arrested, and I got bailed out. And then me and my
Who bailed
boy,
you out?
my boy,
Wow.
he bailed me out.
He had money.
Yeah, we always had money.
Right.
Always had money.
Wow.
So when I got caught at the time, he just went and did what he had to do to get more money to get me out.
Okay.
So then
Wow.
when I got locked up for real, like my first stint, as you could say,
Right.
did like 6 months, we were under surveillance. The cops was watching us, you know, because they was more or less finding out that, you know, we was just heavily stealing from everywhere. And at the time, we would go to these Italian dudes and sell whatever we would steal. So at the time, we had robbed a few stores, and we used to sell cartons of cigarettes and all that kind of stuff. And come to find out, I guess, I don't know how they was on to us or found out about us. They went to the store, talking to the people, and when we came down there to sell some stuff, the guy was like, "Don't come back down here, they looking for y'all." So we didn't listen, went down there anyway. Cops was waiting for us, and they arrested us.
Wow.
Yeah.
The warning came. Didn't
The
listen.
warning came, didn't listen.
Wow.
And at this time, that's when we started doing cocaine, started sniffing it,
Okay.
to the point where we learned how to smoke it. And my partner, he knew people that smoked it, so at first he didn't let me smoke it,
Right.
but then eventually he did. So we ended up starting to steal just to get the cocaine. Yeah.
How did that affect your body, the cocaine?
At first it didn't affect me, but then after a while, you know, I felt energized, I felt alive, and, you know, helped me feel more confident, I would say.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I noticed that some guys have like a long fingernail on their pinky.
Yeah.
What is that for?
For sniffing. To stick the pinky in the cocaine and sniff it.
Wow.
As opposed to using like a little spoon or a piece of paper or, you know, rolled up dollar bill.
Right.
Yeah. That was more or less what the pimps did.
Wow.
Roll that long finger.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I seen somebody with that the other day.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. So, that doesn't sound like it should be something up now.
No, because when I saw it, that was the 70s and the 80s.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So in jail, 6 months. How was that experience?
Whew. That was crazy. But the good thing about it, my partner was with me, so we were together.
Both of y'all was in jail together.
and it was just a whole tier of teenagers.
Okay.
So
it was juvenile.
It was jail,
Right.
but just all of us in there was teenagers.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah. So it was crazy. I would picture it as like a dorm at a college, out of control.
Out of control, even in there.
Even in there, yes.
Okay. No rehabilitation.
No, none. Like what? No. I mean, they had like you might. Oh, you can study to get your GED. I remember that.
Okay.
I think they had church.
Okay.
But other than that, no.
Okay.
We in there getting high, smoking weed.
In jail?
Making alcohol.
In jail? Moonshine? Making
Yes.
alcohol in jail?
Yes.
Are you serious? What?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
man.
And they did it
How
so
does it get
good.
in?
They did it, well, they were sneaking in. At the time, you can get stuff brought in from the outside.
Right.
So what we would do is, we would order sneakers, have somebody send us some sneakers. And we'd take the sole out, hollow out the bottom,
Right.
stick the weed in there, then glue the sole back in.
Wow.
Yeah. And that'll get the weed in.
Wow.
As far as the alcohol, we would gather up all the juices we would get from breakfast.
Right.
Somebody would get some sugar from the kitchen. What else did it take? Yeast. And we'd have these bags we would get from our lunches.
Right.
We put all that up in there, let it ferment, and that's it.
Are you serious? The moonshiners up in jail.
Yeah. But they set us up though, right? They knew what we was doing at one time.
Right.
So they turned the lights down for us.
Right.
We smoking weed, we drinking. At the time, you could smoke cigarettes in jail.
Right.
Next thing we know, shakedown. They just bum rusters came up in there and caught us with everything.
Wow.
And I was one of the persons that had the alcohol in my cell.
Right.
So I got I think 21 days in my cell.
By yourself.
I couldn't come out my cell.
Not at all.
Not at all.
Because your toilet was in there.
Yeah, the toilet was there, but the shower was on the outside.
Right, so you couldn't shower for 21 days.
No, they would let you shower.
Oh, okay.
But that's it.
It wasn't going to be stink, okay. Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
So y'all was bold, man. It's like, it seemed as though, and I see the same kind of thing now. It seemed as though y'all got yourself in this bad situation, and instead of it shifting your mind, you adjusted to the situation, but remained the same, and so, and I guess you had your boy in there with you, so it's like, why do you think nothing shifted you, to say, hey, I don't want this, I don't like.
To be honest with you, it did.
I
stopped stealing.
Okay.
I stopped stealing.
Okay.
I did that.
When you stopped stealing after you got out?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that was a good thing.
Yeah,
because you didn't want to get back in there.
Right.
Okay, well, that's good. You didn't want to be a repeat offender.
Right.
Okay.
And then on top of that, at the time, my girlfriend was pregnant.
Okay.
So that helped me as well.
Okay.
And my boy, when he got out, he was still doing his thing, and he wanted me to go with him to Florida.
Right.
I didn't go because of my girlfriend being pregnant.
Right.
Thank God I did, because he ended up doing 5 years in prison.
With whatever happened after he went to Florida.
But I ended up getting hooked on crack.
How you got hooked on crack?
From the sniffing the cocaine. Then when I got out, I was working and all that kind of stuff, and
yeah, because your body didn't have a chance to detox in jail. You were still using it.
Right.
So you came out, you were still addicted.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I ended up losing my job, and I went and got me some cocaine. And then finally I wanted to learn how to smoke it myself. So I went to somebody who knew how to cook it up and all that, and I smoked it.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
And this was in New York still?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Where was your mother and father in the picture?
My father, he left me when I was 10 years old. So I was raised by my grandmother mainly and my mom.
Okay.
My mom was only 15 when she had me, so she was still out there doing her thing.
Right.
So it was predominantly my grandmother who raised me.
Okay.
And then later on, I had a sister, so.
Right.
Yeah.
And so when you were in jail, your mother knew, well, there was nothing she could do.
Nah.
They came to visit you or anything?
She told me I get locked up, she ain't coming to visit me.
Right.
She was serious about that.
Okay. Wow. And so your dad, you haven't seen him since you were 10?
I seen him a few years after that, probably around my 20-something birthday. But that was it. Yeah, that was it.
Where is he?
He's in Vegas, Las Vegas.
Okay. No desire to touch base with him or have a relationship with him?
I reached out to him one time because it got so bad to where, you know, the cocaine and all that, where I just wanted to leave and try to get myself together. So I went to Vegas on a bus. It took me 2.5 days to get there. I get there, let him know I'm in town and all that, and his wife more or less probably blocked anything from him doing something for me. So long story short, he came to the bus stop. He saw me, had a couple drinks, then he took me to his friend's house. I stayed with his friend. He didn't even take me to his house. So then he came back and got me with a bus ticket and a few dollars and sent me back home on a bus the same day.
How old were you then?
In my 20s.
Wow.
So 2.5 days on a bus to get out there. Stayed there for a few hours and he sent me back the same day.
Oh man, I thought you probably stayed there at the friend's house for a couple of days.
Nope.
For a few hours. So you more time on the road than you did there.
Oh, most definitely.
So how was that encounter though? Did you express to him how you felt towards him, what you wanted with him?
Yeah, so I needed
share
help,
anything with
but
you?
in his mind and whatever his wife was saying to him, he thought it was more than that.
He thought you wanted something else to keep getting.
So he probably thought I wanted more than that, or he thought there was more to it than me just wanting help for being addicted.
Right. Were you strung out?
Yeah.
So when you were there with him, you remember all of that. You was in your right mind. That you were sober that day.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, apparently he wanted to connect with you because for you to know where he was in Las Vegas.
I found that out through my mom.
Oh, so you just jumped up and you went it.
Yes.
He didn't know you was coming.
No.
Pop, I'm your son. Your son.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
2.5 hours, 2 days and all.
2.5 days.
Wow. So you've not seen him since then?
I've seen him. It's a long time ago. I've seen him. It was at some type of family gathering. But yeah.
And how was that when you seen him?
It was awkward because once I came home, I just had this serious, deep hatred for him.
After he sent you back?
Right. Which kept me even longer in my addiction.
Right, yeah.
Deeper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You felt abandoned.
Oh yeah.
And rejected.
Yes.
On top of what you was already dealing with now.
Right.
I'm abandoned and rejected by my roots, my man, who I mirror. And then your sister's younger than you. Okay. So you came back, but as far as your dad, no more contact with your dad, no phone, anything?
Nah, just every now and then.
Okay.
And that was it.
Every now, okay. But before moving on to with your drugs, do you desire, still yet to this day, to have anything with your dad? Or do you still have a hate for him?
Well, recently, a few years ago, I forgave him.
Okay. Okay. That's good.
So I attempted to build some type of relation with him, but every time I would speak to him, you know, he would come out the side of his face, and then I wouldn't call him for a while, and then I'll try to talk to him again. He'd say something else crazy. You know, that was like the cycle. So I haven't spoken to him in a while, long while, and he's never to this day, you know, taking responsibility for what he did, as far as not being there for me.
How old was he? Your mother was 15. How old was he?
I don't even know. I don't even know how old he is
Are
to
you
this
serious?
day. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Isn't that something? Is he a spiritual man?
No, I don't believe so.
Okay. So you found yourself addicted to crack. So where did life go after that?
Whew, downhill. You know, in and out of rehabs.
Right.
you know, working to get high, buying stuff, then selling my stuff.
Okay.
You know, same thing being
Were you
losing
selling other people's
relationships.
Stealing other people's stuff?
No, just my stuff.
Just your stuff?
Well, yeah. Matter of fact, yeah. I remember one time I stole my mother's VCR, my grandmother.
Everybody VCR got stolen by crackhead. How did it feel being called? Anybody ever call you a crackhead?
Oh yeah, I hated that word. I hated that word. I hated it.
Wow. How did it make you feel when you was called a crackhead?
I hated it. I just hated like that's the lowest thing. That you might as well call me a junkie.
But did you that's not what you were?
To me, no.
What were you? You were still.
I'm just somebody to get high, like everybody else. But what really bothered me was when I would be somewhere getting high, and a female would be like, "What you doing here? Why are you here? You don't look like you belong here."
Right.
That's what would mess me up.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So how was you with the females? You was Casanova?
Oh yeah, definitely. Player. You know.
Okay.
As you would say back then, but I was an abuser, user.
Okay.
That was my hustle.
Right.
One of them.
Right.
I used women.
Okay.
Because back in the day, everybody had their thing.
Right.
And once I found out that the girls liked me,
right,
I capitalized on it.
So you didn't like them back. You just
I did
like what they could do for you.
Yes. At first it was like that, but then, and this how I ended up using and abusing women was my son's mother, my first son's mother.
Okay. How many sons you have?
I have 2 boys and 2 girls.
Okay.
They grown, except for my daughter, my little girl. She's 6.
How old are your older kids?
They're, I think, 28, 26, 18, and 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you connected with them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But
your wife, the son.
My wife's son?
Yeah, you were talking about your first wife.
My first girlfriend.
Son. Okay. Mm-hmm.
My oldest son's mother.
Okay.
When, I was really bad and trying to get help the first time when it came to my addiction, she was in my life. And when I really wanted her and needed her to be there, she got fed up to the point where she didn't want to. So she basically just left me. And from that point on is when I started abusing women and just using them for whatever I can get from them.
When you say abuse women, give me a picture of that. How was that?
Physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally.
What's the worst physical abuse you've done to a woman?
Whew. Wow. This one girl I used to be with, we used to always fight physically. I hit her in the back of the head with the milk jugs?
Mm-hmm.
Well, in it was water, frozen water. I hit in the back of the head with it.
Mm.
Yeah. Put a big old lump on her head. One of my other girlfriends, I broke her nose.
Wow.
Yeah. She wanted to stand up like a man and punch me. She sucker punched me.
Right.
I punched her in her face, broke her nose.
Over in the blood?
Yeah. She had to go to the hospital and everything. But she said she fell in the shower, that kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah.
And y'all got back together?
Mm-hmm.
More abuse after that?
Not really physical, but then, at the time I was clean. I ended up relapsing behind all of that. And that was in Syracuse, as a matter of fact.
Right.
Things just went down from there.
So, how long were your relationships back then when you were with these women? What was the longest time you spent with a woman?
The longest time I was in a relationship while I was in my addiction, man, I don't know, maybe 7, 8 years, something like that, maybe.
Wow, that's a long time.
I think.
Okay.
And that's my youngest son's mother.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And but you got to the point that you were with her about 7, 8 years.
Around that, I can't.
Okay.
Say exactly.
Do you remember?
She can probably tell me.
Do you remember all of that well back then? You seem to have a good memory.
That was the worst of my addiction. And she was there for it.
Okay. So the worst of your addiction, she was there for it.
I would say the worst. One of the worst times.
Okay.
Yeah.
And when you say worst, meaning how you were feeling and how
bad I was. Yeah. How deep I was into it.
How it affected you. Okay.
Yes.
So she had been there all this time,
Yes.
and then she got tired.
Finally.
She got tired.
Finally.
Okay.
Yeah, it took her a long time to get tired.
So that apparently she loved you or something.
Mm-hmm. And she still does to this day. We're friends.
Right.
And everything. We cool.
Yeah, that's good. That's very good. That's
She's happy for me and all that. And I finally got myself together.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know.